Well, we had a very impressive 16-0 run to end the game, and obviously that's what won the game for us. We did it by getting stops, and we did it by making timely shots. You know, we got a couple leads, first half, second half. We couldn't run away from them. Credit to their team. They were really good off the dribble for a long time. You know, Sebron's really hard to defend off the dribble. But I thought finally in the last, when we went on that run, we just really locked in defensively on the ball screen. We were weakening, icing it, and the bigs did a great job of communicating. I thought Alondas did a good job of trying to keeping him out away from the basket. And then we just came down, and everybody kind of made a big shot, if I remember right. Mucius, Williams. You know, everybody had their turn at it. And, you know, Jake didn't have a big night scoring, but he almost had a triple-double again, you know, just by all the things that he does on the court. So I thought it was a really good road win for us. Proud of my team to get to 20 wins, but we still got a lot of games left, 6 games to play. But I'm happy for our fans, and I'm happy for our community, and happy for our institution. You know, respect is a hard thing to get back once you lose it. And I think we're starting to gain the respect that Wake Forest once had in this league and where we belong. And we're surely not satisfied. In my opinion, 20 wins is a good season, 25 is great, and 30 is special. And so we just keep playing. I'll open up the questions.
Steve, you mentioned everybody had their turn. I think at one point it was like 14 points had come from 5 different players. Is that the chemistry that this team has showing? Connor, you know, I kept telling them it's not rocket science at that timeout. So I'm like, hey, enjoy the moment and enjoy each other. We have really, really good chemistry, and they really, really like each other, and they enjoy playing with each other. They don't care who scores, and so yeah, the ball finds the open shot, you know, and so and to their credit, they stepped up, you know, and they made them too, you know, and it seems like every time we came out of a timeout, we made a big basket when we needed it, and that's not because I drew up some super play. Those guys make plays, and so I thought it was just a really good team game. And you know, we only had 12 turnovers. We had 9 at halftime, and you know, we gave up 8 offensive rebounds at halftime. We only gave up 3 in the second. And you know, again, our part of our identity is share the ball. Just don't share it with the other team. You know, sometimes our problem.
Dave, Isaiah's played really good defense all year, but the last couple of games he's picked it up offensively too. What has been different about him?
I don't think there's anything different. I think you get what you deserve, and he puts a lot of time in the gym, so he's going to make those shots. And you know, those guys are looking for him. And here's the thing: he's 6'8", so he can shoot it up over you too. He can be guarded and still get it off. You know, and he made a couple big ones. He missed a couple too that I really thought, you know, he was going to make. But I love the fact that he still had the confidence to continue to shoot it, and our players had the confidence to continue to pass it to him. You know, and that, you know, you can't put any value on that, man. And I'm really happy for him because he stuck it out. He's the last one. He's the only one, believe it or not, left on the team from when I got here. And maybe we ought to just keep recruiting by Zoom. I don't know, man. I mean, it's amazing. The whole team is a Zoom recruited team.
David, you speak on the 16-0 run. What did you see out there on the court, and what were you guys?
I think we got stops. We kept the court shrunk. You know, they were really good at. They were staying with what they were trying to do. They were really probing the defense with ball screens. You know, multiple ball screens, which their team is really good at. We did a good job of not letting them get in the paint, and then at the end, you had to guard them one-on-one without fouling. And I thought we did a good job of that. We got the rebound, and then we got out in transition. We had a hard time scoring sometimes because we couldn't get in transition, you know. And then their pressure, we didn't turn it over a lot, but it slowed us down. We didn't flow great. I didn't think tonight. I did a poor job of that. You know, I thought flowing right into offense. They played a lot of zone tonight, and kept us off balance a little bit. But when it was game time, I thought we did a great job.
David, I want to hear the players' perspective on that 16-0 run. What did you see out there?
We started getting stops, and once we started getting stops, we getting down in transition and playing Wake Forest basketball. That's when things turned around for us.
Well, David, you guys are 7-2 in single-digit games this year, and we saw how it ended tonight. Why do you think you guys are so effective in the final 4 minutes of games?
We actually work on that in practice. You know what I'm saying? The first 4, the middle 4, the last 4 of the game. So I think our preparation has just prepared us for those moments, and when we get down the stretch, we just execute, do what we're told, stick to our principles, and stay connected, and we find a way to win.
And Steve, how important do you think these next 3 games are going to be, considering it's Miami, it's Duke, and Notre Dame, 3 teams at the top of the league standings?
Well, I think the next game's the most important. It's Miami. You know, I'm not one of those guys that, I know it doesn't sound sexy and all that, but I don't look down the schedule. I'm looking right at Miami right now. You know, and so, and after that, you know, we go to Duke. You're right. We play Notre Dame. Doesn't really matter until we get to that. You know, and so the best teams, and I've been on some great ones that have been really successful, or they don't look ahead, they don't sneak ahead, they just stay right on task. I want to give Davey credit because, you know, he got hit in the mouth tonight and he overcame that. You know, he was struggling with that. You know, I asked him if I should go get his mommy for him, but he toughened up and played through it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I told you, yeah, though. I told him to get my mom.
Okay.
Steve, you mentioned the chemistry and the fact that Isaiah is the only real holdover, and you kind of put this team together on the fly. Now that you've gotten to this 20-win mark, how has it all gelled so well? How has it all been able to come together?
I mean, I think it's just what we do on and off the court, and we have an identity that we stick to, and then we do a lot of things off the court. You know, my house is right across the street from the school. They're always a lot of times at my house. They check in the office every day, Monday through Friday before 1 o'clock. They got to come talk to us. We eat 2 meals a day together, and we have these little place name cards. We move them around. They can't sit next to the same guy, and they can't have their phone. You know, so I believe in that type of stuff. You know, and then the sharing the ball has really been important. Something that I've always believed in. If you look like my last years at East Tennessee State, we had 8 guys lead us in scoring in 1 season. Okay, and tonight what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5, 6 guys in double figures. We don't really rely on one person, even though Alondas and Jake are really good players, and Davian is too. I mean, you know, we have good players, but I think that, and then I don't know, man. I think I'm pretty hard on them, but yet I think they understand that I love them. You know, and so when you have that, I think when the players know that you can coach them hard, but you know you care about them just as much off the court than on the court, then I think you can have something special. And maybe that's my biggest strength as a coach. I'm not the greatest X and O coach. You know, maybe I'm not the sexiest coach, even though mid-major voted me that one year. I don't know why. But you know, I like coaching. I like people. And I like my players.
Davian, this is your first win over NC State since joining Wake. So what's it like for you to be part of this matchup, this rivalry, especially being from in-state?
Yeah, we changed things a lot. It's a lot of first times this year, for not only myself but for the team as well. So I mean, it feels good. It always feels good to win. So I'm proud of the team, and I'm proud of everybody just for contributing to the win tonight.
I like to. I came to see Davian play in the state championship here his senior year in Reynolds, and he was the MVP of the state tournament, and they won the state championship. So that was a sign of pretty good things to come from this young man. He's a tough kid, a great player. You know, came out of East Tennessee State and has proven it here in the ACC. So he's a humble young man, but he deserves all the accolades that he gets because he's a really good young man.
Well, what's the best thing about going over to the coach's house?
Probably my wife's cooking.
Cookies.
Is that, well, you can answer.
His wife cookies, best thing I ever tasted.
You know, we have got a little movie theater there in the basement. I was interviewed by Matt Norlander earlier a couple 3 days ago, and in August my wife and I were in bed, and it was about midnight, and the walls were shaking. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I went downstairs, and 8 of the players were in there watching a movie. Okay, you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. You can't put a price tag on things like that.
Do they all have keys to your house?
Oh no. Hey, no. There's no code either. I can promise you. We'll be knocking on the doorbell. We went and played airsoft, right? You guys tried to kill me once. You tried. You didn't get it done. But we just, you know, I don't know. And here's the thing too. When your best 2 or 3 players are the most unselfish players, then you got a chance to be really good. And I think you saw that tonight with Jake and Alondas. And they you get a lot of pleasure out of passing the basketball. I don't know if you saw it, but that left-handed pass that Linus threw across the court to Dream for 3. I mean, I'd like to tell you that's great coaching, but that's not. That's just some unbelievable natural ability and the willingness to trust your teammates and get the ball up.
Do either of you two remember what movie it was?
You there? I don't remember. Trust me, I wasn't going down there. I can hear them, and you know, it's kind of off in the corner, but in the basement. But the whole house was shaking. You'd have to ask them. I don't remember.
Anything else for Coach?
Probably Forrest Gump, something like that.
I am curious to know how it feels to be back in the media room with people.
Honest truth, guys, this is my second year as a coach. It's only my second live interview since I've been here, since April of whenever I got the job. I did one in Charlotte right before Christmas. That was the first one. Did 0 last year. I think it's great. And then I can see your body language when you ask me a question, so I don't get all mad if I think, why did you ask me that? Maybe you got a smile on your face. I don't know. You know, so yeah, I enjoy doing this. I'm sure you do too. So I can talk forever. You good?
Yep, we're gonna close it.